Hi everyone, this is Shubha, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. I'm going to handle image processing techniques for the topics elements of digital image processing system. And first we see about what is image processing. And before going into that, what are the things we are going to see in this topic that we'll see. So first we have to know what is image and what is the definition, formal definition of an image, and what is meant by digital image, and how we can process the digital image, and what are the fundamental steps that is involved in image processing, and components of an image processing system. And these are the topics that we are going to see in this. And yeah, first we'll see what is image. So we can say image is a collection of pixels. So collection of pixels in the sense it can be represented as an array or a matrix of a square pixels, that is called image. So that pixels can be also called pixel element, or image element, or picture element, and it can also be called as else. And this pixels can be arranged in a row and columns of a array, and that is called image. And this is what image we can say. And the definition of an image is the image that can be represented by f of x comma y. Here x comma y are the spatial coordinates, and y is the function of the amplitude. And here the function of the amplitude is also called intensity, or gray level intensity. And here we'll be having two kinds of images. One is color images and one is grayscale images. And first we see about what is grayscale images. So in this here the grayscale images will be having 8 bit of color depth. So in this 8 bit of color depth will be having 0, 0 to 255 discrete value will be having for grayscale images. So 0 to 255 means we'll be having 0 to 255 means we'll be having 256 values will be represented, will be used for representing a grayscale images. And in case of color images we'll be having RGB, so red, green and blue. So for RGB color images it will takes 24-bit color depth. So the color images will be represented by using 24-bit color depth. So in this 24-bit, for 8-bit for red, and 8-bit for blue, and 8-bit for green. So for each and every color, the 8-bit color depth can be used to represent each color, that is as red, blue and green. And for this, for each and every colors, here we'll be having three colors. So for every colors we'll be having the discrete value of 256. Okay, for each and every color we'll be having 256. So 256 into 256 into 256, so that totally 16 millions of colors value we can have in the color images. Okay, and then we'll know about what is image, that is digital image. So as I said, the digital image can be represented by f of x comma y. As I already said, x comma y are the coordinates, and f is the function that means the intensity value will be getting. So x, y and amplitude, so these all having the discrete value, that is finite value of finite value, so that will be having, will be called it as digital image. Okay, why? Because the xy coordinates are having the discrete value, that is finite value, so it will be taking only particular specific values, so that it is called digital image. And we'll go for digital image processing. Here what is meant by digital image processing means, in this digital image processing the image will be manipulated. So the image will be given as a input to the digital system, that is our personal computer. So then it will be processed to get a suitable image for our specific applications. Okay, so we are manipulating the image so that the output also will be some images, but it is a we are changing our original image into the suitable image that is used for some particular application. And this manipulation, for this manipulating the image, will be using some effective algorithm for manipulating or for enhancing the digital image, so that it's called digital image processing. And here we are having fundamental steps in digital image processing. So what are the fundamental steps we have to undergo our images which is we are using for some application? So that we'll see. And next one will be having components of an image processing system. So that also will be having in another slide. So we'll see one by one. So first we'll see about output of these processes. And here, so this is the fundamental steps that is involved in the image processing. Yeah, the first step is image appreciation. So the image appreciation is the first step, that is get an input, that is the get an input as an image. So that means the camera or a mobile phone where we are getting the image that we are going to process. So where there is a source where we are getting the image from. So that is called image appreciation, where we are acquiring some images. Okay, so that is image appreciation. And next one is image enhancement. In the image enhancement, will be manipulating the image what we are getting from the image acquisition. So the manipulating image means we are enhancing it, so to process better or to get some better images, we are going for the image enhancement. So in this image enhancement, we will be having some. So in the image enhancement, will be having the user desire. So what the user, it is influenced by the user feel, what the user feel. So those will be, so it's depending upon the user's feels. So when they want some better images, we want some better images from the original images, then they can enhance their image. Okay, so that is called image enhancement. And the next one is image restoration. And here the image restoration also the process of enhancing the image, that is the suitable image, we can get the suitable image. But and also we can do degradation in the image restoration by using some mathematical functions. And as well as we'll be using some probabilistic, okay, some probabilistic algorithms will be using for image restoration. And the next one will be having is color image processing. So in this we'll be having color image processing, as well as that is the image color image processing, as well as pseudo color image processing. So in this we are going to process the image based on the color. Based on the color we are going to process this. So here, in the color images, when we are going to work on some images with their pixels, okay, with their pixel intensity, then we can go for this color image processing. So when you want to change the pixels image color, then you can go on and change the intensity of the pixels, so that the color image will be changed. So when you want to change the color images, okay, when you want to change the image colors for the colors on the image, then you can go for these steps. And here we can also use the pseudo color processing. So in that you can add your pseudo color means some false color also you can add in the original images. Okay, so that is comes under color image processing. And here, and one more thing I should have told you. So here the image acquisition and the object recognition both are the main process or main steps that should be there in the digital image processing. And in case of all other fundamental steps, there is no need of other thing. Okay, so that is depend upon your application. You can choose what the processing steps you really want, that you can choose your own. And wavelets and multi-resolution processing, yes, here you'll be working on the resolution of the images. So that means if you are seeing your image with a phone as well as your PCs or laptops or smart televisions, something else, then the resolution should not be changed. Like when you are seeing some images in the phone, and then if you are seeing the same images in the laptop or in the computer also, the resolution will not be changed. That means it should be look like a original image. So that is the thing, the wavelets and multi-resolution processing. You can go for this step when you are working on the resolution of the image. And the next one is image compression. So the image compression is mainly used to compress the images. So when you are compressing some images, that is for storing purpose. Okay, so when you're going for some specific applications where you want to store more number of images, then the image compression techniques can be used, so that you can compress the images by compressing the pixel of the image. Okay, and for transmitting the images also, this can be useful. So for transmitting some images file, it will take more time, or it will, if it is a big size of image, then it takes some time to transmit. So for that we are going for image compression. So after compressing the image, we can transmit it very easily. And the next step is morphological processing. So here in the morphological processing, it is the process of taking the features or taking out some object from the original images. So here in the morphological processing, we'll be having some tools. So these are the tools we'll be using to extract some object from the images. And the next one is segmentation. So in this, the segmentation is, we are dividing our images which we are going to do process. So that image into subdivided, that will be subdivided into parts, so that we'll be working on the subdivisions, then that will be stored later. So far the segmentation is mainly used to process the image for some particular part. And representation and description. So here representation, it is used for representing the original images. So that means how we are going to represent the image as a complete region or a boundary region. So the boundary region, for example, is, and we are taking a picture, and there if you are finding a tree, okay, so if you want to take only a boundary of tree, that is the outline of tree, then you can represent like that. And also you can give as a represent as a complete region. So the complete region means each and everything you have to be noted, like what about the leaves, and if any other flowers in the trees, so those things will be noted, and that is also should be represented when you are going for a complete region. And the next one is description. So in the description, you can describe the picture what it is. Okay, that means you can extract the, so having the attribute of pictures, you can describe what the picture exactly is. And the last one is object recognition. So after the picture went on all these steps, then you will be going for object recognition. So in the object recognition, you will be recognized, that is your output will be, you can get your output as an image, and that image will be very much suitable for your all other very much suitable for all other applications. Okay, so when after object recognition, you can recognize, yes, this is our original image. Okay, so the original image will be go on some process that will be fed into some other processing steps, and after that you will be getting the final output as an image, that is object recognition. And the one more part you will be having is knowledge base. So in this knowledge base, you will be having some additional information or some information about the steps that is involved in image processing. So those information can be also loaded into the knowledge base so that you can get the information from knowledge base for processing the digital image. So these are the fundamental steps that is involved in digital image processing. And you'll be having one more thing is, yeah, these are the steps that is involved in digital image processing. And here we'll be having components of an image processing system. So these are the main elements or main components that is involved in image processing system. So those are computer, image processing hardware, image sensors, image processing software, mass storage, image display, hard copy device. So these are the elements that is involved in image processing system. So here the image sensors are the that is like a camera or our eyes or phone. So from where, from using the using the thing you are capturing or acquiring images, that is called image sensors. So in the image sensor you will be finding two things. One is digitizer and another one is sensing. So the that is the hardware sensing element. So in the using the sensing element, it will be the image which you are going to acquire or capture, that will be eliminating given some radiant that will be censored by this element, this sensing element. And after that it will go for the digitizer. So digitizer is a hardware where which it will convert the sensing image into the digital image. Okay, so after converting the digital image, that will be feeded into our personal computer or digital computer for further processing. And here we'll be having some image processing hardware. Here the image processing hardware or the specialized one, that is we can use it for our application also, we can use it for this. So this image processing hardware is mainly used to take that is those hardware will be used for processing the images. So where application it's according to the, based on the application it will be changed. And for biometric, system is a specialized image processing hardware. That is a good example for the image processing hardware. And we'll be having some image processing software. So here some programmer or some programming they will be coded for image processing software. So those software can be used for processing some images for the specific application. Okay, and we'll be having hard copy devices. In the hard copy devices we'll be having laser printer, as well as the laser printer is the main this one, and digital cameras. So those are the hard copy devices where we are going to record our images, which is used for our process. And the mass storage will be needed for storing the images. So when you want to process some images, you have to store the each and every pixels which you have made, yeah, that is which are updated. Okay, so for you storing all the pixels as well as the images, you need a mass storage, and that will be, and yeah, so here the image sensor will be acquiring images and that can be processed by your hardware system. Then it will be fed to the computer. So after it can be fed to the system. Then after using the image processing software, it can be processed. And after processing, the output of the image can be displayed in the image display using the, so that will be processed and that will be given as a image display. So in the image display can be done by using our monitors. Okay, so these are the main elements that is present in the components of an image processing system. And here the image sensors is the main thing that we need for processing our images. But in case of image processing hardware, that is no need. That is no need means is depend upon your application. You may use or you may not use that. Okay, and that's all about this. Thank you.